Hi, guys. I am so excited to help you take your business to the next level. Okay. So you went Ruby. Congratulations. You figured it out. Hopefully you were able to get some tier 1 and tier 2 bonuses in there. Maybe you even got a success bonus, but you are Ruby. You've learned how to go Ruby. And now it's time to start duplicating that as your team grows exponentially. And then you're going to go Emerald and Diamond. So now I'm going to show you that path. I'm going to show you how you're going to get there. We success bonused ourselves to Ruby, right? All we were focused on was getting those tier 1s, getting those tier 2s, getting that success bonus, and getting to Ruby. Now, absolutely, you want to get tier 1 and tier 2s as you can, but also you want to get yourself to Diamond as quickly as possible, because once you're Diamond, we open up multiple new ways to earn money. Okay, we earn money for our team growing, one-time bonuses, and then we earn entire commission, a whole new category of commissions called generational bonuses, which is just an extra percentage of all your group volume. Okay, so these are really, really important to do. So sometimes you may forego a tier 1 if it makes sense to get you closer to a promotion, or maybe to get a tier 2. Okay, so Ruby, we were brand new to Ruby, success bonus, tier 1, tier 2s, get to Ruby. Now the strategy starts. Now the growth strategy starts, and your enroller and your upline are going to be able to help you really determine. Everybody's situation is so different. And with charting, our charts are fluid, right? So you might say, this is how it's going to be. And then suddenly someone takes off and you're like, oh, wow. So this is how it's going to be. So I'm going to take you through the charts. In the Ruby video, I showed you how everyone was getting 4LCs. I'm not going to do that now, because you know that. You know how to get tier 1s. You know how to get tier 2s. We're not going to be at that level. It's just going to make things complicated. We are just talking about distributors, how you're going to grow your chart, how your chart is going to build, and everyone's situation is different. So you need to always have your next chart, maybe 2 charts out, print it out on your computer, however you like to do them, but you need to lifetime always know, where's my next move? What's my team doing? Where's their volume at? You want to keep up with your charting every single day, every little bit of growth in your team, because when you do that, then you have your plan, right? Your charts are your roadmap. So we're going to share the screen. We're going to take you to Ruby chart. You guys remember the Ruby chart, right? Okay, so you remember the Ruby chart. And so we had our Ruby chart. This is the only thing you are teaching your new team. You're teaching them, oh, come on, the success bonus tracker, right? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 1, tier 2. Y'all know this. You should know this at the back of your hand by now, because you've gone Ruby. So you understand how you got there. You understand what qualified legs are. You understand what GV is. Okay. If you're still struggling with that, go back and watch the first how to get to Ruby video, or set up a one-on-one with your enroller or Diamond upline. Okay. If you're still struggling with some of that terminology or what this means, maybe it happened really fast in your organization. So this is Ruby. You need to know this like the back of your hand. You need to know this like the back of your hand. We always talk about Ruby being the cornerstone, right? So Ruby is you've got 3 qualified legs, minimum 2,000 GV. And we say, once you go Ruby, you can get to any rank, right? Because look, this is your Emerald. So you were Ruby, and we're going to walk through this, guys, I promise. But now you teach 2 of those people to go Ruby, and your Emerald. Okay. Then when you're going to go Diamond, your Emerald, one of those rubies is growing on its own. One of those other rubies creates 2 rubies. You still have your qualified legs, of course, and your Diamond. Okay. Diamond is our goal. Okay, guys. Diamond is our goal to get to as quickly as possible. The key to making insane money in this business is go Diamond, keep enrolling as many people as possible, And then when your personally enrolled team goes diamond and they continue to grow, your paycheck, your mind is going to be blown. Okay. So remember, Amy's our distributor. This was Amy's Ruby chart. She had Kayla, Alyssa, and she enrolled her spouse, Steve. Okay. If you are still unsure about if you should enroll your spouse, maybe you went Ruby really quickly, but now you're like, oh gosh, should I have enrolled my spouse? Please, please, please talk to your upline, your enroller or diamond upline, because it's really, really important. Everyone's situation is so different, but it's very, very important that if it makes sense to enroll your spouse so you can be earning 2 paychecks, not 1. Okay. Why would you be building someone else when you could be building yourself, right? Because all the way through the ranks, you only need 3 legs, all the way to the very top. So don't you want, like, are you going to help other people build a paycheck? Or are you going to help yourself build a second paycheck? Okay. So this was the Ruby chart we built, right? Everybody got their 4 and 1s. We had 2,800 BV. If you don't remember this, or you have questions about how we got here, go back and watch the Road to Ruby video. Okay. This is Ruby to Diamond. That's where we're at now. So now these were the people that we talked about who got signed. So Amy has Kayla, Steve, who she enrolled, but is really, that's why I have a pink outline. Like that's really her, right? And Alyssa. Everybody got their 4 and 1s. Kayla signed Nicole. Amy signed Mary under Steve. So it was a personally enrolled to Steve. That is the only time you will sign a distributor under your spouse's website, unless there's some crazy extenuating circumstance. That is the only time, is to complete that tier 2. After that, all the enrollership will always stay to Amy. Alyssa signed Emily. Now, see, I've got Alyssa just over here in this qualified leg. In this chart, she doesn't need anything. That doesn't mean she's not working. That doesn't mean she's not growing. We just haven't fit her in the puzzle. Does that make sense? So maybe like Kayla fizzles out and Alyssa's blowing up. That can be switched. You know, we can move people around. It's how does our team fit into this roadmap? How does our team fit into this puzzle? So I want you guys to think about it that way. Also, Mary, she's growing her 4 and 1, right? Nicole, she's growing her 4 and 1. We are teaching people, go Ruby, get the success bonus. Go 4 and a friend, do it again, over and over and over again. How are they doing it? The things you guys should be doing every single day. Host a post, posting, sharing on your story, building your network, doing in-person events, sending out samples, following up, talking to people, messaging your chicken noodle soup list. Heck, have a party, have a sample party at your house, book a bridal show, whatever it takes. Your network needs to grow every day, and your job is to talk to as many people as possible about this business and this opportunity every single day. End of story. So everybody doesn't fit perfectly into that social media box, right? So you want to help foster that within your team of how can they do it best? What works best for them? Also, you guys, a team that you do everything for will fall apart. I promise you. I've done it. I've seen it. Okay. So you are going to always, always, always make the most money when you work as a team and you teach a man to fish. Don't give him a fish, right? Teach your team to do 4 and 1. Help them do that messenger party. Have the 2-way, 3-way calls with them. So you're going to want to really, really teach, use the resources that we have leaders have given you. You have the team pages, you have boards, you have so many things, but you want to be teaching them how to get their 4 on the 1 on their own. Absolutely. You're going to fill in gaps. We aren't going to just sit by and wait for Diamond to happen. We're going to make it happen. But we want you just be filling in the little pieces. We want to be, don't do it for your team because it will fall apart. You want to be a leader of leaders. You don't want to be a leader of followers. Okay. So Amy had gone Ruby, and this was really what her chart looked like, right? Okay. So now Amy is focused on what? She wants to get Steve to Ruby, right? She wants to be teaching Alyssa Ruby. She wants to be teaching Kayla Ruby. All right. Let's say Kayla has a lot of life happen, right? It's a little bit slow, but Amy's on freaking fire. So Amy signs her sister Ashley. Okay. So she is going to enroll Ashley, but she is going to move Ashley underneath Steve. Okay. So Ashley is going to be personally enrolled to Amy. She's not enrolling Ashley under Steve. The enroller will be Amy. Once she is enrolled on Amy's website, Amy will log into her eSuite, go to the personally enrolled team report. And on the far right side, there's a little upside down triangle. You click it and you can click move. Then she will enter Steve's ID number. And so in eSuite, it'll say enroller is Amy, placement is Steve. Okay. Amy's not going to give up that enrollership because once you go diamond, that enrollership makes you a lot of money. Okay. So Ashley is placed under Steve. So Amy signs her sister Ashley, enrolls her, and then she has 72 hours to move her. Okay. So now when you've gone Ruby, you've never moved somebody. Now we're going Emerald and we're going to start moving people because why would we keep Ashley up here? That doesn't fit into our puzzle, right? So Ashley's going to come down here. Amy's going to sign Ashley. She is going to move her under Steve. Her friend from college, Kirby, same thing. She signs Kirby. Kirby's like, let's go. Let's do it. Amy is on fire. She's so pumped. She's so hyped. I'm going to go make $1 million. You coming with me or not? Same thing. It doesn't make sense for Kirby to stay up here. She doesn't fit in the puzzle. We're going to move her. Amy's going to personally enroll her. Then she's going to move Kirby. So what's Amy doing? Amy's coaching Mary, Ashley, Kirby. She's coaching these people to get their own 4-in-1. That's where the volume is going to come in. She's going to ensure that everybody on her team is running an 80 BV or higher auto ship. We want people to be products of the products. We want people to love the products. We want people to be able to share them on social media and give personal testimonials, right? And she's also really encouraging them to get 4-in-1. 4-in-1, 4-in-1, get those tier 1s, get those tier 2s, right? She's teaching all these people. These are all newbies. So what are they learning? They're learning this, right? They're learning this. That's all they are thinking about. Amy is thinking about this. But the last thing she's going to do is tell Mary, hey, I need you to get 500 BV so I can go Emerald. No, you don't know, but Mary doesn't want to work for Amy. Amy's not her boss, but Amy's going to teach Mary, if you get 4 and a friend, you get $150. When you help that friend do it, you're going to get $350. Mary, let me teach you how to make a minimum of $500 before you even get your first paycheck, right? When Amy does that, when Amy coaches Mary, Ashley, and Kirby to do that, they're going to be seeing success. They're going to make money. They're going to be reaching their goals. But at the same time, once they're reaching their goals, Amy's chart is filling out. Her volume is going up, right? So we are not a boss. When you are not a boss, nobody joins an independent company to be managed. You are a leader. You cannot create motivation. Motivation is internal, but you can create inspiration. You can create hope. You can teach, use tools, right? So Amy is on stinking fire. And now Steve's structured for Ruby, right? Steve has his 3 people. And so her friend Jessica too sees all these friends from college and she's like, dang, okay, I guess I'm going to do it too. But where's the empty pieces of the puzzle? They're over here, right? So now Amy is going to sign Jessica. She's going to move her under Kayla. You can move people anywhere in your chart, in your downline. Okay. It doesn't just have to be your spouse. You move people anywhere in your downline. Well, now Kayla sees, heck, I'm only one distributor away from being ready to go Ruby. And Nicole is really taking off and doing great. Amy's going to be coaching Jessica, but also, you know, Jessica was placed on Kayla's team. So Amy and Kayla are probably going to work together to help Jessica. Amy might say, hey, Kayla, can I make sure that Jessica knows you? So she has another resource too, because Amy's team's growing really quickly. Okay. So she's empowering Kayla as a leader. 100%. Jessica is Amy's personally enrolled. She's always going to be her number one. But utilize your other leaders on your team that are stepping up, because that's how you're going to be able to coach a large team. You can't do it all. But now Kayla sees, oh my gosh, I'm only one box from Ruby structure, right? So sometimes you'll hear people say these are boxes, one box away. I don't love that, because these aren't boxes. These are people who are joining this business who are going to do something great. So Kayla says, I'm going to enroll my husband. I'm going to enroll my husband, Josh, right? Because why would she not? Why would she make one paycheck when she can make two? She's got a team growing. Nicole's taking off. Her and Amy are coaching Jessica. So Kayla's like, why would I build these girls' paychecks when I could build my own? So now Kayla is going to start working on Josh's team. All right. This is your full Emerald chart, guys. So to reach Emerald rank at the end of the month, it's going to be the same way you went Ruby. You know, all that volume has to order. Those auto ships got to go through and accumulates all month long. And then you need a minimum of 5,000 GV to hit your rank promotion. 5,000 is a scarce, slim emerald, y'all. I'm going to tell you that I would highly, highly recommend you're hitting your emerald rank promotion, 6,000 to 8,000. Obviously, if you get it done at 5,000, that's great, but you got to make sure the momentum is still rolling, okay? Because now you're going to be able to maintain in future months without worried about every single qualified leg being 400. It can be on group volume, which we will explain, and your enroller can explain a little later. But to stay Emerald without worrying about every single 400, you need to be at least 8,000 GV the following month. So let's say you hit Emerald, you promote to Emerald in September. You can stay Emerald October, November, December with it's called volume maintenance, okay? Don't stress about it right now, but your maintenance is higher than your minimum to promote. So that's why I always say you want to be closer to the maintenance number as possible when you promote. It's just going to make maintaining rank and growth easier. Okay, guys? Here is your Emerald chart. Dang, I gotta take a drink of water. Okay, so now what comes next, y'all? We're going diamond, baby, right? Wait a minute. Steve was over here and Kayla was over here. How did I switch them? It's because it's fluid, guys. And yes, Kayla's team may be growing and maybe growing into an emerald, but where does Amy, sorry about that, where does Amy want to place her team? Into Steve's chart, right? Because that's her spouse. Amy's earning a paycheck on this entire organization, but in essence, this is also Amy. So she's earning a second paycheck on this. So you always want your spouse or your partner, if you are building a secondary account, to be your lead leg, the leg that you're pouring the most energy into and you're pouring the most team into. Now, let's say you did not enroll a parent, a spouse, something like that. That's fine. It's still fluid. You're still going to say, great, I'm going to put Kayla here, and maybe Kayla's team takes up. You can switch them. You guys, everything is completely fluid. Maybe in the meantime, Alyssa has gone Ruby and she has like 6,000 volume, and Kayla is booming to Emerald. We move Kayla over here and Alyssa down here. Fluid. It is, how does our organization fit into this puzzle? Okay. So Alyssa's growing her team. Kayla, she already hit Ruby over here, so she's growing, but Amy knows that she is a rock solid Ruby. She's got 5,000. Kayla's moving and grooving on her own. Amy is there for coaching and support 1,000%, but Kayla is starting to step up and lead her team, right? So Amy's going to focus over here. Who were these new people, right? So Amy had signed Mary. She had signed Kirby. She had signed Ashley. Ashley is getting a ton of customers, maybe a distributor or two, but she's not really into growing her business. She really just wants customers and to use the products. That's fine. We only need her as a qualified leg, right? Maybe she's got 6, 7, 8, 900 in personal volume. Awesome. Volume is volume, and volume is where we get paid on. So we're going to start teaching Mary to grow. What is Mary going to grow? She's working on this, right? She's working on this. That is all our newbies are thinking about. Mary is working on her Ruby. Kirby is working on her Ruby. Alyssa's working on her Ruby. Nicole, Jessica, they're working on their Rubies. That's all they're thinking about. But as you build Ruby, 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 y'all, your paychecks are going to explode. Okay, your paychecks will explode. Your team will be rock solid. You will have so much volume. And then some of these things are going to just naturally fall into the puzzle pieces. Okay, they're going to naturally fall into the charts because everyone's working together. Will everyone work who joins you? No, you've already went Ruby. You've already learned this for sure, right? 80% of people quit network marketing with their first 6 months. That's fine. Maybe Kirby starts and is like, oh God, no, this is not for me. I'm done. I don't want to do any of this. Then she's gone, right? And we replace her with somebody else, and that's fine. But for simplicity's sake, everyone we signed is in the chart. Everyone we signed is working, right? All right, so we're teaching Mary. Mary decides to have a big launch party, all her neighborhood friends over, and she signs her friend Mackenzie, right? So Kayla is over here signing people, but we're not worried about that. We're just focused on getting Steve promoted to Emerald, right? So then Amy goes Diamond. So then Kirby is going to sign her neighbor, Lindsay. Okay. Well, now Amy is still enrolling people, right? Amy's not these people's boss. Amy is still working on 4 and 1, 4 and a friend, 4 and 1. Let's get, everything done. We're going to continue to grow. She's still grabbing her tier 1s and tier 2s when she can, but maybe it doesn't make sense for her to be keeping all these loyal customers. Maybe it makes sense to help someone. Okay. And that's all going to make sense too as you work with your enroller as you grow. So don't stress about that right now. But so Amy signs her friend Nikki, and she's like, okay, well, who's killing it? Mary and Kirby are both doing really well, but Mary's already talked about signing her husband. Mary's killing it with customers. She's got this crazy neighborhood group. So Amy signs Nikki. Amy enrolls Nikki, and then she moves her under Mary, right? She's not signing her under Mary. She's moving her to Mary. Then Mary is like, heck yes, I have like 20 customers ready to order. I'm going to sign my husband, Brad. Okay. So now Mary is what we called structured for Ruby. Okay. And she is working on her success bonus, right? We're still coaching her. Even though Amy put this here, Mary can still then, maybe Mary needs her third DT for her success bonus. She could sign someone and put it under Brad, right? So once you're structured for Ruby with a working team, you've maybe enrolled your spouse, then you can move forward, starting to make moves and placements. Okay. Then Amy signs Melissa, and she's like, well, the only spots in my puzzle are still under Kirby. Kirby's doing good. Kirby's talking to people. She's got a busy job and stuff, but she's getting there. So Amy's like, I really need to build under Kirby because Mary's taking care of herself. Kayla's taking care of herself. This is kind of my spot that I need to help the most, right? So Amy signs Melissa, and she's helping her. She's helped. Kirby's crazy busy. So Amy has really been helping Lindsay get her 4 and 1. And then Kirby says, my mom just knows so many people. She's going to sign her mom. So she's going to sign her mom. And her mom says, I'm going to take the money we make on this together and we'll do something together. And she's like, great. All right. Now the chart is full. Okay. Structured for Diamond. Does not mean she has become Diamond, because what has to happen? She got 3 qualified legs. 1, 2, 3. Minimum 8,000 GV. Well, what does a Ruby need? 2,000. So 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 is only 6,000. Even if, Steve maybe only has 150 at this point, 400, 400, that does not make 8,000, right? You do not want to scrimp in at 8,001. That's your bare minimum. I suggest hitting Diamond as close to 10,000 or beyond. If y'all are, this person's working on Ruby, this person's getting their success bonus, this person's working on Ruby, this person's getting 4 and 1s like crazy, your volume is going to be through the roof, and likely you'll be promoting the Diamond with 12, 13, 18,000 GV. You just need a bare minimum 8,000, because maybe Mary over here has 5,000 GV, but maybe Kirby's just at 2,200, and that's okay. You always want to then be helping in your, in your kind of weakest spots. Does that make sense? So now Amy will promote to Diamond towards the end of the month as all this volume is rolled up. Everybody's gotten their customers ordering. And then Amy's volume comes in over 10,000, every single 400, 400, 400. These are qualified legs, all have to be 400. Anywhere that says a qualified leg has to be 400. It's 400 GV. Remember what GV is? That's group volume. So you're like, well, what about Mary? What about Kirby? What about Steve? Of course they have to be 400 too, but they will be because it's group volume. So Steve's volume is going to be 8,000 probably because he's got these booming rubies underneath him, right? So Amy's GV is going to be well over 10,000. Everybody's going to be 400. People are running auto ships. People are completing their tier ones. And boom, Amy is diamond. When you go diamond, you will unlock the comp plan. You will unlock bonuses. You're going to be, so what do? We teach our teams to go ruby and get success bonuses, get 4 and a friend, tier 1, tier 2s all day long. They're going to tier 1 their butts off all the way to ruby. Tier 1, tier 2, success bonus their way all the way to ruby. Then when we get to ruby, this is where the strategy starts, right? We take this and we grow to this and we grow to this. Okay. So we're going to go ruby, emerald, diamond. Once you guys can get there, you guys can go to the top. I promise you. Your charts are fluid. It will not always work out the perfect way that you think it will, but the absolute best advice I can give you is without a doubt, always, always, always make your placements with your head. Do not make your placements with your heart. Okay? Do not, if Mary is booming and Kirby is struggling, but Mary's your best friend from elementary school, don't go put a bunch more people under Mary because you like her. Okay? You can show Mary that you love her and support her by giving her love, support, encouragement, and training. Empower her with knowledge. If your organization, your chart needs people under Kirby, you place your people under Kirby, right? So you can go diamond, because the last thing you want is Mary going emerald and diamond, but with people that you signed who are killing it, but suddenly Kirby's over here struggling. She's sort of working, that kind of thing. Okay. So always, always, always place with your head, not your heart. It's hard. Guys, I made one placement with my heart once. And I joked that it was a $50,000 mistake because that I put that person on my top line. I would have qualified for presidential at the time of a bonus period, and it would have been a $50,000 bonus. Okay. So that being said, absolutely place with your head. I hope this makes sense. If something on here doesn't make sense, I encourage you to go back and watch the Road to Ruby video and then watch this again. Fast forward, you've got all your resources here for you. These charts are going to be on the team page. The trackers are on the team page, but make sure that your teams are watching these. And yeah, reach out to your upline, reach out all the way to your ambassador, schedule a one-on-one, get your strategy set. Everyone's chart looks a little different. Everyone's strategy looks a little different. Reach out to your upline, reach out to your ambassador and say, hey, can we do a one-on-one? I want to make sure I know my path to diamond, and dig into your chart and get it done. So you guys, I'm super proud of you. I'm so excited that you watched this entire thing. Your mind might be a little bit spinning, but I know without a doubt that y'all can do this. All right, guys. See ya.